Welcome to my safe haven. So I actually just walked in the door. I just got home because just in time for my birthday next week. Yes, on Wednesday, September 27th, your boy is turning 38 years old. I decided to get all the elements from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And being a Libra, I am an air sign. But I decided to get all 4 elements because I've cosplayed as Avatar Aang on more than one occasion. I am the Avatar, so you gotta deal with it. But while getting the tattoo and after getting the tattoo, I started thinking to myself, which prompted this video. I was like, man, if it was the air nomads that decided to go rogue and become bloodlusted and essentially take over the world, there would be a whole problem. And really none of the other nations could really come up against them because of how powerful air is compared to the other nations. Like, part of the reason I think Sozin took out the air nomads first because he knew how much of a problem the air nomads would be if he tried to take over the world. And of course, yeah, he knew that the Avatar was going to be part of the air nations first, but he knew the rest of them were going to be a problem as well. And I think it's also part of the reason why we never got to see like a subclass of airbending, because any subclass of airbending, I feel like would just be stupid powerful. Cause you know, you got fire you got lightning bending, with water bending, you got blood bending. And I think earth bending is the most subclasses where you got metal bending, lava bending, and, sand bending. But think about air. Part of the reason you're able to hear me talk now is because my sound waves are being traveled and projected through the air. So as an airbender, you can learn to essentially become a sound bender. Also, what is one of the main important elements for fire to spread and even be created? You need oxygen to create fire. You also need oxygen for water. So if an airbender wanted to and they were bloodlusted enough and studied enough, they can essentially make fire and water benders powerless. And we already saw what one bloodlusted earthbender did when Zahir took out the very air from the Earth Queen's lungs, essentially unaliving her. And that was just one bloodlusted airbender. Imagine an entire nation of them. And then also firebenders are their most powerful when the sun is at its highest, so noon. And then waterbenders are the most powerful during a full moon. Air doesn't really have that limitation. They're at their most powerful at all times. And I'm kind of not putting Earth into the equation because for the most part, we've seen throughout both the Avatar series and Legend of Korra how easy it is to make earthbenders virtually powerless. And then not even just that, but just like I just mentioned, like part of bending and being powerful is your breathing technique. Well, we just already solved that with airbenders. But yeah, it's not to say the other benders aren't powerful, that they don't have powerful attacks and powerful techniques, and that airbenders will be essentially 100% undefeated. But out of all the elements, I still to this day say they are the most versatile and the most powerful. I said what I said.